Okay, so we've done the unboxing, so now we're going to do a full review. I've used it for over, what, nearly 2 weeks now? I think I've done everything through it, from duvets to just anything really. And I've used pretty much all the cycles, including all the different options. And my actual review of this is, at least it's pretty good. Anyway, we'll take a look at the facts that, number one, this 12 kilogram drum, I love the door, I love you just pull it to open it, and we've got our, it's just a push lock, ratchet lock there. Yeah, so this drum really isn't a lie, it is actually a proper 12 kilogram drum. We have these wave paddles which are massive, and I mean they are absolutely massive, 2 inches deep these are. So there's no way that you're just going to put one cloth in and then it's just going to bob around. What's unusual about this is that we have this little thing here. So it looks like on some other models, possibly, but not on the Bush, there's probably a jet, because that's a jet hole there. And further up at the top here, in the door seal, can't see it, but there's a little marking there, and there's a drum light, if they were supposed to have drum lights. So it looks like that media who manufacture these have all bases covered for all models. I'm sure that the upper models from possibly Belling, which are much more expensive, will have this, as they also have a stain option as well. So, and the other thing, if you're watching this review, you can also apply the same review to the Cater Wash CK8512. But I'm sorry if you already bought one, you just paid £100 more for exactly the same machine, essentially. Other than having, I think the Cater Wash has a door cover over this, double insulation basically. But other than that, there's no difference. Right, I actually love the drum, it's massive, I love it's got the, this drum pattern here. If you look at the tiny holes, and it's hexagon, it's a hexagon. It's like a cross between the Samsung Diamond drum and the Miele honeycomb drum. Very similar, like a crossbreed. But those holes really do obviously help with not pulling the towel's fibres through. So we're going to switch it on here. It lights up, and as you can hear, when you turn it on, you hear those chimes. So it's barking on Samsung's door here. So, and it does the same. So every time you turn it, just like a Samsung, it does the same kind of jingle every time you do something. And same at the end of the cycle too. No beeping, just a jingle and then an automatic switch off straight away, just like a Samsung. Anyway, we'll take a look at the actual cycles. So we've got cotton, we can have a temperature, variable temperature on most cycles up to 90 degrees. So you can have cold, 20, 30, 40, 60 and 90. We've got a delay start of up to 24 hours. And we've got variable spin too. But this is where it gets quite annoying on this machine, or just on all Bushes anyway, and the Cater Wash you'll find as well. It gets preset not at the fastest speed, so on the cotton it's preset at 800, and we can increase it all the way up to its maximum speed of 1400 RPM. This is quite annoying, because every time you go to set a wash, it means you're going to end up having to press that again and again and again. However, if you use the same cycle again and again and again, then you could just set a program that you use all the time to the My Cycle function, which there's a video on that you can see on my channel on how to set the My Cycle. Then we've got a synthetic max wash load of half, which is 6 kilo on this machine, and if you've got any smaller Bushes like the 10 kilo, 9 kilo, 8 kilo or 7 kilo, just divide it by half. And basically that's your maximum load size. So if your maximum load size is 7 kilo, the maximum load size for synthetic is 3.5 kilo. I'll just show you the options as well. We've got this little, in blue, it says speed wash, and this is where the speed wash function is applicable. So when you select speed wash, it will knock off about 30% of the wash time. I haven't really noticed it actually affect rinse performance, and it can still do a full load as well. We've also got an extra rinse function. Now it adds on 90 minutes, but that's because not only adds on the rinse, it lengthens the rinses as well. So it's great for sensitive care. Although the good side to this machine is that its rinse performance is actually pretty good, or as it is. And then we have a pre-wash option, so you can do a quick pre-wash with detergent to get rid of large build-ups of dirt, like dirt, mud, dust, soil, etc. Then we've got the baby care cycle, which takes up to a full load, 12 kilo on this, of delicate baby laundry. But I say delicate baby laundry because the maximum temperature on this is only 40, which is really annoying. So this baby care stuff should be done, ideally, at 60 or 90. The spin is also limited too because it's a delicate cycle. The speed wash is also applicable here still. Then we've got a gene cycle, which I quite like actually. It's preset at 60 degrees and it can go all the way up to 90, and the spin can be increased as well to 1200, and there's a speed wash function as well. So your 60 degree program is now 1 hour 21, which is really fast. And what I like about Genes is it uses quite a lot of water. Then we've got Mix, which takes again a full load. It's pretty quick actually. It's not really made for dirty washing. It's made for like your daily clothes that you wear for 24 hours. You can actually mix synthetics and cottons, and it goes all the way up to 90. I don't know, the spin also goes all the way up to 1400. So it's a good all-rounder. And you've got speed wash. Yep, that is Mix at 90 degrees with speed wash. 1 hour 19 for a full load. Then we've got colours, which is a low temperature cycle, literally, because it starts off with cold, preset, but it can only go up to 30 anyway. For mix synthetics and cottons, with delicate colours that bleed. Again, the speed wash function is also available here. Then you've got drain only, spin only, cycle, one rinse and spin. It's the same spin cycle as spin only. We've got a wool program, a delicate program, and then this quick wash. It says 15 minutes, but it's only washed at cold. If we increase it to 20 or 30, it's about 20 minutes long, and we can actually increase it all the way up to 40, but it's 26 minutes long. Max spin is still limited, so there we go. And it only takes on this 2.5 kilo, and I think on the 7 kilo it's only 1.5 kilo, so just be aware of that. The sportswear, but it's also known as the rapid 45-minute cycle. This will wash 2.5 kilos of sportswear in 45 minutes, or 2.5 kilos of just synthetic wear in 45 minutes. You can increase it up to 60, which is rather impressive, and it goes all the way up to, it's about an hour 13, 14, but even so. Then we've got the hand wash cycle for those fabrics labelled hand wash, and then Cotton Eco, which is your standard program. Amazingly, it's 4 hours 3, and this is an A+++ minus 30% for energy rating. And for some reason, if you look at the between 7 and 10 kilo, it goes up from 2 hours 57 to 3 hours 59, but the moment you go up to 12 kilo, it's only 4 minutes longer, despite having minus 30% at this point. The 10, 9, 8 and 7 all have A+++ energy rating. And actually, considering that it's supposed to use the least water, its rinse performance wasn't that bad overall. You could still smell the detergent, of course, but yeah, it's more impressive than other machines that I have used. And obviously, you can only have 60 or the 40 for the standard. We'll load these two up. We'll select mix. We'll go to 1400, we'll set it as it is. I'll show you how quick it is in speed wash. So that's for your pre-wash, that's for your main wash, and that's for your fabric softener. Off cap, fabric softener in the middle. Right, so in the display, what happens now, when you press start, these little arrows will go across to say it's in motion, and we've got 4 icons if you've got pre-wash as well. But where it's up to will flash, and then the lot light will come on.
Yes. Which doors, Matt?
That one, but I've already put that on myself.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
There's only one there.
2.
2.
Thank you. Have you done that reading? Yep, well done. Right, so the display goes out at the end of the cycle once the little chime is done straight away. And now we're ready to unload. Yep, a hidden door handle there. It's great, and now we can unload. And they're practically dry. Well, that's only because the fabric's made of. You see, the problem with this machine, and this is where the review goes down a bit, is that the 1400 RPM isn't that impressive, because in the normal cycles like cotton, mix, jeans, whatever, and if you can say it's 1400 RPM, or even 1200 RPM, compared to other makes and models, it's pretty poor. If you say it's Cotton Eco, the spin performance is excellent, but only on Cotton Eco. That aside, the rinsing performance is great, and the washing performance is average, in my opinion. It washed the king size duvet pretty much fine, and unlike an LG, which is saying something when the LG is 3 times more expensive than this Bosch, with the same size drum. In fact, if anything, the drum's slightly bigger on this. But it's pretty versatile and it's got everything you need. That speed wash function is pretty handy, and the extra rinse for anti-allergy is great. And speaking of extra rinse, the fact is that you probably don't even need to use it, because it uses that much water, as you've just seen, on all cycles. Not just the mix cycle, but the cotton cycle uses a fairly decent height of rinse water. Even though all these cycles, the majority of them only do 2 rinse cycles. Other downsides is that it does limit the spin sometimes on the final spin if it's slightly unbalanced, but even so, it's most of the time it's much better than the Samsung. All the switchgear feels great. In fact, it feels exactly like a Samsung. So really, you're actually paying half the price for that much less quality. The other downside with this machine is the pump, which you realise is quite loud. Now I suspect it's an Escol pump, which is also what LG use. They're pretty cheap pumps, so even when you do eventually fail, you might as well just replace it. I put suspect because I've not investigated it. And yeah, the other thing is they also lie. You see on the box it says 16 programs, but the My Cycle isn't a program, it's just something that you preset, so it's 15. And to be honest, if you take drain only, spin only, and rinse and spin the partial programs out, you're down to just 12. But even so, 12's a pretty good number, and everything's there for pretty much everyday use. My only gripe with this machine is that there's no Pacific duvet cycle. Although I did find it washed pretty fine on the jeans cycle at 90 degrees or 60 or whatever you want to wash it at. So there's a top tip: if you're washing a duvet, use the jeans cycle with the extra rinse function. Although saying that, the water was pretty clear by the time we got to the final rinse with the duvet, so that's how well it seems to rinse. So I have no gripes at all, really. It's just niggles here and there. Build quality wise, it's certainly just as good as the upper brands. Even taking up the drawer, even the drawers like all sturdy. That's pretty sturdy. Like, and the flap down here for the drain filter, it's all accessible, it's all easy to do. So what am I going to give this out of 10? Well, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10 because it has those niggles and it has those gripes. But for £300, which makes this now currently the cheapest extra large capacity washing machine on the UK market, you're not going to go wrong with this at all. And here's the other thing too, I was actually quite surprised with that inverter motor. It's really, really silent. Yeah. And yeah, you might be also screaming, if you're watching this right now, that it isn't the cheapest. The Bosch WME whatever. There's a lot of 1212. But that's a Vestal. To start off with, that's a Vestal, and that's now a clearance price of $269. That came out at 319, went up to 399, and is now on a clearance price of $269. This Bosch it's come out at $299. It did go actually down to $269, which we missed out on, which is a bit of a shame. And it's gone back up to $299. So it's going to be staying like that for a while, and probably when the clearance comes out, it'll be even cheaper than the Vestal-made bush. And that's the other thing too. The Vestal-made bush has okay wash performance, poor rinse performance, and good spin performance, but it's nowhere near as versatile as this. As in, there's no speed wash function, and the cycles are ridiculously long. And it's Vestal. In my opinion, the medium-made ones are much more better made. Just I point it out there. Now, if you don't understand, Media is a Chinese company. Vestal is a Turkish company that manufacture appliances for different brands. So Media produce for Bosch, Logic, Kenwood, Belling. But then Vestal also produced for Bosch, Russell, Hobbs, Logic. Yeah, it gets complicated. There you go, 8 out of 10. I actually like the drum design too, especially the back. It's very reminiscent of an old Hot Point WMA. Cool.